On today's episode of YouTube drama. All right, so have you ever heard of Kiara's Life? If you haven't, go check them out. Um, it is a vlog channel that was first called The Life of the Casells. And um, yeah, and then they separated, and now it's called Kiara's Life. All right, that is Kiara's page, right? Um, her husband, his name is Desmond, and his page is called Peace and Equality. All right, so let's get on into it. Let me fast forward you up. I'm making this video. I kind of want to make one before, but when I saw Desmond's live that he did not even 24 hours ago, I was like, wow. Because you can only say so much. I make these videos hoping you guys will enjoy it or somebody will enjoy it, but it makes me feel better to be able to say what I want to say, because you can't say so much in a comment section without getting blocked. And in my case, I got blocked by Kiara. And I'll tell you why. All right. So she vlogged her leaving him late last year. Okay. And she vlogged it. He told her to vlog everything. So he told her to vlog it. So she vlogged it, and she just wanted him to just say, baby, don't go. We can work this out. He knew that she was leaving days in advance, because she told us days in advance. And before she even, she made arrangements. And so she wanted him to care. He did not care that he didn't show it. Now, so some people say, well, he shouldn't have to chase behind her. She's a grown woman. If she want to be with him, she shouldn't have left. She should have, she shouldn't have left or whatever. And he has no obligation to quote unquote chase her. It's not about chasing, but from my understanding, he had put something on Instagram that was very disrespectful to Kiara. Plus, they were having another issue with Kiara's, well, not Kiara, but Desmond's other baby mama. So he has a wife. I'm not going to even call Kiara a baby mama, because at least she got married to him. But he has the baby mama, bitter baby mama, over there causing problems. And so it was, but I think the straw that broke the camel's back was whatever he put on Instagram, because that's all I kept hearing when it first was new, is that he put something on Instagram. And she didn't seem like, she said she really don't see him coming back from that. And she said she didn't see where they could come back from that. And all right, so Kiara proceeded on to, I had a machine on, y'all, that's why I'm coughing. I had, I don't know if you know what an ozone machine is, but I do that to myself, and it's not cool. But anyway, so let's see. She vlogged leaving. He didn't say, "Sweetheart, we're gonna work this out." Nothing. So she went on to Virginia. Her sister and brother. Okay, her sister and brother-in-law came and got her. Their channel is the Alarcons, something like that. Life of the Alarcons or something. Alarcon is her sister and brother-in-law page. So she leaves. She goes to Virginia. Shortly thereafter, I mean, Dez seemed like he was throwing a party. It looked like he wasn't too down about it at all in his lives and his videos. He started cooking. He started vlogging cooking, just things that he never did when they were together. This is what he's doing immediately after she leaves. He says he wants to build up his YouTube channel, and make income from it, because he says Kiara makes, I want to say, more than him with YouTube, is what he said. That's what I want to say, if I'm not mistaken. So, all right. So shortly after she leaves, he visits, I think he lives in Texas right now. Don't quote me if I'm wrong. But I know she now lives in Virginia. And so she got an apartment shortly after getting there. Excuse me. She spends a lot of time with her sister and her sister's family. But she got an apartment in no time. And she's paying with YouTube money. Okay? So she relocated her and her 2 kids. That took a lot of strength. She's been very strong. However, shortly after she got there, she allowed Desmond to visit to, quote unquote, see his children. I tried to tell Kiara, do not, whatever you do, don't let him play with your heart and your mind right now. Don't do it. Keep your legs closed and just make it about the kids. She blocked me. This is what I typed on the comment section. I was telling her not to fall for some old okie doke where he's just trying to bone her, and she takes that as love and run with it, and that's exactly what happened. But she didn't want anybody in the comment section that was saying, hey, nobody changes that fast. Take it from someone who's older than you and have been there. And no man changes that fast. He may be showing you a nice face right now because he has no choice. He's around all your family. That was, they have a big Hispanic or Latin family. And so her mom was there, dad, and they spend days together as a big family like that. So of course he wasn't going to be mean to you. He's on your territory, your turf, with your family, which treated him like family, and to this day. So she did not heed my words of wisdom. She had sex with him and thought that he was in love with her again. Are you serious? So just that fast, that's exactly how it went down. The way I told her, don't let it go down like that. And I got blocked. That's exactly how it went down. He basically, of course, he's not going to say no to sex, and he's going to tell you anything you want to hear. He's away from his wife where he could virtually have sex anytime. with her because she's submissive like that, to now he's been without it for a while, a month or whatever, then yeah, he's gonna tell you what you want to hear, sweetheart. And then he's gonna leave you high and dry just like he did. And she didn't want anybody like me in the comment section. We all got blocked if we told her to protect her heart and don't give up the goods. Don't give up the goods. Because let me tell you something. What the difference between a good woman and a whore is that a good woman, her heart is connected to her vagina. Okay, so a whore is able to separate and differentiate emotions from business, sexual, whatever. They're able to do that. And a good woman, no. Like, if you take her vagina, she's also attached to that with emotions and stuff like that. So that's how you can tell the difference. Maybe that's for somebody out there, a guy or something. Free game. But that's how you can tell the difference between a whore. And I ain't not knocking whores, okay? But that's the difference you can tell between a whore and a good woman. Okay? A good woman just, she just can't F-U-C-K. It don't work like that. She's going to want to be a part of that person in various ways. And it's sad because I try to put her up on game, but people, ain't nothing like learning on your own, because that way you'll retain the information. If you just got to learn some things on your own the hard way. Nobody can prepare us or tell us. Like, I've never been in love like that with a guy, so I honestly can say, and I've been married a couple times, and and I can honestly say, no, I've never been in love to the point of nobody can tell me anything about that person. No, I've never really, I don't know what that feels like, really. So I do know that women, when their heart is involved and stuff, and I like to watch this because she is Dominican and Puerto Rican or something like that. And excuse me, I like to watch it because, I'm just studying that, all women go through the same matters of the heart with being in love and stuff like that. So I'm just watching the similarities and the difference between how a sister would handle Des and how this sister's handling Des, okay? Because it would go down a whole lot different if it was a lot of sisters out here. But she left a nice home and stability to fight for her self-respect and be on her own. And I don't blame her, and I respect her highly for it. So after she gave up the goods to Des, and he left her right there in Virginia and went on right back to his house, she was just so excited. She was like, yeah, it's like a first date again, and we're falling back in love. And I'm saying, this is not going to end well. because Dez was up there telling that girl anything. He know he don't want Kiara. First of all, let me say this. A man that wants his wife is not going to let her take his 2 children and go to another state when he could simply just say, hey, I don't want you to go. Okay. So the fact that he let you go with he had no rebuttal. He had no concern about, trying to persuade you not to go. That already let me know what it was. But then when he got there, or when you got there, and I'm sorry, I got distracted with something out there. Okay. All right. So when a man lets you go to Virginia, first of all, and, another state, across the country, then he leaves you there. See, he didn't say, now get your stuff, come on, let's go back home. Nope. Just like y'all drove back there from Texas or wherever, your husband could have told you to pack your stuff, and he could have drove you right on back with him if he wanted you. That's how that goes. I know everybody's different, but I know a few things about when a man thinks he's in love. Okay? And not only did he not ask you to even come back with him, and you're talking about y'all gonna have this long distance relationship, but he said for a year he wanted to see you. I watched a live where he said he wanted to see Kiara live on her own for a year so that she could, quote unquote, gain experience. What kind of experience do you want your mother, the mother of your children, your wife, a woman, what the fuck she need to live on her own for a year for? So that already let me know that was the second big giveaway that he was over it. He didn't really want her like that. And ain't no man loving you and he about to let you stay somewhere for a year on your own in an apartment. So now, guess what she did? She slept over there in her new apartment with Dez. So now you're talking about a divorce and all this stuff, y'all too. But guess who has been over there, anointed your home and broke your home in? Dez. That's who you had sex with in your first place, getting away from him. So all I'm saying is, if you're going to do something, do it. Commit to it. If you say you're leaving somebody, don't go and then don't do that. I think she left because, well, DSS or, Child Protective Services, whatever y'all call it, where y'all from, they were involved because of the other baby mom I told you. So they were involved, and she was really fearful of them, even though she take care of her children and stuff. It's just a scary thing if you've never been through that. People get mad at you. They call DSS, lie, and then DSS, or Child Protective Custody Services, y'all know who I'm talking about. CPS is what some people, they will come and start meddling and come in your house and the schools, and they just start meddling because because of a lie. So I can definitely get why she was scared. That's a scary experience. I know. So, that's a scary experience, to have the state deciding whether they're going to let you keep your own kids or not is a very scary experience. So, poor thing. So, anywho, Dez does this live, and I hope he deletes it by the time I finish this video. He just did it less than 24 hours ago, and it's really, really, like, not good. Like, he must have called his wife about 10-15 B's. Okay. And meanwhile, Kiara is over there still saying, we're a family. We're going to be a family to the day we die because we have these children. And so I don't want to bash him. Get the hell off the internet with the drama. He likes the drama, clearly. He's tired. He's thirsty to make a living from YouTube like you're doing. So what makes you think he's not going to resort to giving the people what they want, the drama? But just because he's doing that doesn't mean you have to do that. You don't have to do that. So, like I said, it's kind of disheartening, to say the least, because it's a family. But don't be nobody fool, girl. Like, let it go. Y'all both claim you're over it. You both claim you don't want to be together no more. But you're watching each other's lives and each other videos, and then come back and make another video in response to, why are you watching her? Thought you was over her. Why are you watching him? Thought you was over. I thought y'all was over it. So they're not even being honest with themselves. He is complaining about paying a lot of bills. Like he says that when Kiara was there, she paid several bills. He named all the bills that she was paying. And I guess he had the biggest bill, which was the mortgage and the car note. Or car notes if they had more than one car, which I think they did or something. So I think that's what he did. And he's pissed that he has to pay all these bills by himself. She was saying in one of her videos that, well, maybe she was saying that, you know, she's not getting any financial support from him for the kids. Now, I don't know. That's a sticky one. Do you think, tell me in the comment section, do you think that if a woman takes her kids away from a good father, do you think, because I don't know if he's a great husband, but I know he's a good father, because she says that all the time, and she won't take that from him no matter what they go through. So, and I've seen it myself. Both of them are good parents. So, a lot of immaturity going on. But do you think that she should get child support or any help from Desmond because she took his kids away from him? So just picture somebody taking your kids and then telling you, cut them a check. So it's like you almost rewarding them. Now every man doesn't care about their kids like that, but when you have a rare black man that is really vested in his children, and you take them and then you say, I'm not getting support, you got the support there. And if you leave that home, then now you have to go through the court. In the court, the judge has to decide how it's going to be. But I don't know that it's right, to be honest. And I'm usually all for some child support and stuff for a woman. I'm always usually encouraging women, hey, it's not about the fact that you can take care of this child yourself. You know how a lot of women, black women especially, they'll say, I can take care of my kids. One thing about my kids, they always gonna be straight. They got mama. As long as they got mama, they don't need no. Okay, and so they just have these kids and keep having them, saying they can take care of them by themselves. Okay, but you're not gonna make the dad be responsible for child support because you want to prove to him, not silly. That's extra money that you don't have to spend, but you need to put it up in a trust fund, a savings account for your child. It's not for you. Go ahead and take care of your kids by yourself, but don't take money out your kid's mouth trying to prove how independent and strong you are. So now in Kiara's case, that's not the case. Her case is she took the children from the father and he didn't really fight. So some people could say, well, that was his fault. But what was he going to do? Play tug of war? And, and then again, like, he should have said, hey, I'm sorry, you can go, but my children can't go. He could have fought a little more, a lot more actually, for his kids. He could say, hey, you can move on with your life, but you ain't taking my kids out of state. Now you can go ahead and get an apartment 30 minutes away or whatever, but you're not. He didn't think about any of that when he was being a jerk to her. He wasn't thinking about the kids first. Now she's saying she feels entitled to some type of support from him, and he feels like, you already left me with these extra bills in this house. I wouldn't have gotten this house. It's a nice house. He said he wouldn't have gotten the house if he would have known she wasn't going to be there. He just basically has a lot of regrets right now. So it's a tough one. I don't know that she's entitled to any support when he did have a home and stability there. Now, this is just my little empty opinions on the situation, but I can tell you this right here. I can tell you this right here. I personally feel like this. If I could see them do it all over, this is what I'd like to see. Sorry, y'all. I was in where the ozone machine, and it's got me. I'm always getting too close to that thing. So, all right. So this is what I would say. I would say, if I could rewind it and play it back, this is how it should have went down. Kiara should have not moved so hastily. But it, like, it should have been discussed. Okay, if I leave, what kind of support are you going to give me? And me personally, I think she made it easy on Dez. I think he's crying wolf, like he's crying like, oh, now I've got all the bills to myself. But it took him no time to go get a phone and start talking to callers all around the world and women throwing themselves at him. and him entertaining that. It took him no time at all. But Kiara says no infidelity and no abuse was involved. So no abuse, no infidelity. Then I don't know. I don't think that I would have made it that easy for him, because I would have seen it more as that's my house. And but then again, I can't say that, because sometimes, so what if you're in a nice house? So what if you have that security? If you're miserable, then, you know, that doesn't mean anything. But I don't think you could have been too miserable, since you're so still madly in love with him. How miserable could you have been in that house? So you boss up on him and you say, this is my house. So that's when you start talking shit to it. And you be like, okay, well, you don't like this, or you don't like, guess you gotta leave or whatever. And if anything, he should leave, because you got the kids all the time. He should have got a little apartment on the outside of the house if anybody was gonna be moving. And you keep your house, because you're the one that's raising you were raising his stepchild. I mean, your stepchild, which is his son Corey, plus your 2 kids. You were raising 3 kids. There's no need for you to go, and he should have separated. He should have left. So it should have been some discussion, not just emotions. But we're women, and we're emotional. What do you want from us? We're women, and we are emotional, so we'll do stuff like that and then regret it later. And now she's kind of regretting it. And but yeah, check out Kiara's life. Check out Peace and Equality. That's Desmond's channel. And tell me what you think. It's a hard one. You got women who are saying, "Ooh, there's no way I would have left that nice house." And then, but again, me, I'm a little stronger, I would say. And I'm a little stronger. I'm older and stuff. So he would have left, if that was me. If it's no infidelity and it's no abuse, which she keeps saying there's no abuse. So I'm sorry, me and him would have had some good old rockin' fights up in there. Not fist fights, but like, bruh, this is my house, and I got I'm taking care of the kids. You working, go get you a little spot. Otherwise, you stay on that part of the house, I stay on this part of the house. But I know she wasn't happy with that. But still yet, I don't know if you taking the children warrants for you to receive support, because not every father wants to be across the state from his children. Not every father is like that. Some fathers, it's cool for them. They could care less, but that's an interesting one. Tell me what y'all think. I was sad to see Des talk about her like that and treat her like, we'll say all that, call her out her name and stuff, because, and I think Kiara is still trying to kind of force him to me it sounds like she's still, because she's texting him, she's calling him, leave him alone. You get on the camera and you say you're over it, and then he's saying you're calling and texting and want to FaceTime, and give the man some time. He don't have to FaceTime when you want him to FaceTime the kids. He don't have to, if he can go a week without seeing his kids on FaceTime, then that's what he'll have to deal with. But you need to stop focusing on him, talking about how you're over it, but every video he makes, you're watching it, and then now you want to quit YouTube, which pays all your bills, just because you're watching his videos when you need to stay off his page and stop watching it, because you know there's women over there throwing themselves at him. They see that nice house, they want to get up in there. Okay? And you are over here saying how over it and how happy you are, and you sexy, and you putting up these sexy pictures and stuff on Instagram, and Stella got a groove back kind of thing, but you know, I don't believe it. I don't believe it until you stop focusing on that. It's over. Even if y'all got back together, it would not be right. And it would, because one thing I can tell you, I know for a fact, is when a man is over a woman, he's over a woman. That's the end of the story. When he's over it, he's over it. And, you know, that's it. There's nothing you're going to be able to do once a man has discarded you and he no longer wants you. It's sad. It's unfortunate. But guess what? That's how men work. He's not going to have a sudden change of heart and say, oh, I love my wife. Not when he's been damn near throwing parties on YouTube, turning up, giving his telephone number out. I don't think he's gonna go from that to, oh yeah, come back and let's work things out. No. The damage has been done, and if you go back into something like that, then you're saying, yeah, I'm okay with the disrespect. You know, I'm okay with his disrespect. And I'm not saying that Kiara doesn't contribute to their problem, but I'm just saying, for a father to get online and say some of those things that he said about her, phew. And you know she's a good mom, but you're just dogging her out. Ugh. You don't have any friends you could vent to? Like, you gotta come on YouTube and vent for real? There's no friends that you could just vent to. So anyway, tell me what you think. Thanks for listening.